Welcome to a brand new series, a unique concept and an epic journey around China. 4 of the world's top players compete in the Shui on Land China Golf Challenge. They travel by jet to 7 cities in this immense country, playing 18 spectacular holes on 8 superb courses. It's a travelogue you'll enjoy, with the guys doubling as both golfers and keen cameramen. Our trip to discover the delights of Chinese golf takes us all points north, south, east and west. 3,500 kilometres from first tee to 18th green. We visit the country's capital, Beijing, travel to Dalian in the north and all the way back south to the island of Macau. But the tournament, the journey, begins in China's biggest city, Shanghai. When it comes to the most striking cities on the planet, Shanghai is right up there. Pudong is fabulously futuristic, the Bund a must-see. In fact, there's so much to attract tourists to a location sitting at the mouth of the mighty Yangtze River. Here the worlds of finance, commerce, fashion and technology combine to produce an urban area that could hardly be more vibrant. That also applies to the Xintiandi district, where our quality quartet are staying. They've arrived, so let's meet them, starting with a Ryder Cup hero and reigning Volvo World Match Play champion.
Ian, he's a bit in your face, and that obviously speaks for itself, and he's a big personality, so he's a great character to have around.
Great match player, you know, he's proved that this year and last year and in Ryder Cups, and you know, he's probably the guy on tour with the most self-belief, you know, which is, you know, you need that in golf.
With regards to Ian Poulter, I think he's really fashionable. He's got a great personality. He's cool in all aspects, whether it's his golf game or the way he interacts with others.
The highest ranked player in the field is one of Poulter's fellow countrymen.
He's a great guy. He's someone that's obviously, you know, been the backbone to European Tour's Ryder Cup for so many years. Someone I look up to, and someone who I respect as a friend.
He's been ranked #1 in the world, so although he's a similar age to me, I still think that I can learn a lot from him.
He's one of the most consistent players in the world. You know, works very hard. You know, very driven as well. Wants to obviously be the best at what he does. And off the course, I mean, he's great. He's very witty, very dry sense of humour.
China's represented by Liang Wenchong.
Liang, I played with him in the final round of the US PGA at Whistling Straits in 2010, and you know, he shot a course record that week, and he, you know, when he's on, he can be very, very good.
I've played a lot with him in Asia, and you know, when he's come to Europe to play, you know, he's a very good golfer. Hits the ball lovely, and you know, has been one of the best Chinese players around for some time now.
He's a very nice player, and he's a very nice person, and you know, how nice it is to be in his home country, for him to show us around.
Major attraction, major champion, Rory McIlroy.
He's so young, and he's grown up so quickly. He's already won a major.
He burst on the scene a couple of years ago. Incredible golfer. He'll be at the top of the world rankings for a long time to come.
Myself and Rory get on very well as well. You know, similar sort of sense of humour, and we rib each other a little bit, and it'll be a good 4 days.
Luxury hotel supplied and a good night's sleep. Now this fearsome 4-ball are chomping at the bit.
Good morning. Welcome to the Shui on Land China Golf Challenge. Just about to leave the hotel. Everybody's wide awake, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, ready to go.
Lee's backseat caddy Billy Foster wasn't really going to sleep, you know. There's so much to stimulate the senses here in Shanghai.
The camera was always on.
There's always something appealing to capture, especially at the event's collection of outstanding courses, beginning with Thompson Golf Club.
This is a very innovative event. In my opinion, it's the best event I've seen during 30 years golf business experience. This game should attract loads of attention worldwide, and I reckon that it could be held every year in the future.
For 5 years, from 2004, Thompson Golf Club was the host venue for the BMW Asian Open, won by the likes of Miguel Ángel Jiménez Ernie Els and the current Open champion, Darren Clark. Now, 4 more golf VIPs are about to tread a couple of its fairways as the Shui On Land China Golf Challenge tees off. The players posed for a photograph with the chairman and chief executive of the sponsors, Mr. Vincent Lowe, before John Hawksworth caught up with them on the tee of their in-at-the-deep-end first hole, a par 4 measuring 461 yards.
It looks a tight drive, so they got off to a good start with this 18-hole challenge by hitting one straight down the middle up.
Well, John, this is a tough opener.
It is indeed, 461 yards. A little bit overcast, bit down breeze. Second shot's a little bit downhill. There's a trap down the right. 282 to get past, 250 and 2 trees on the left, but the host with the honour. Tell you what, he is a flusher, Liang Wen Chong, and he'll be relieved to get that off the tee, but he's found that bunker.
Ian Poulter.
接下来开球的是09年巴克莱新加坡09年巴克莱新加坡公开赛，10年瑞银香港公开赛和今年沃尔沃世界比动赛的冠军伊恩·保尔特。
A very popular man out in Asia, a winner. And he's looking forward to this. There's nobody more determined. Slightly down the left-hand side. Good release of the club. And that is a beautiful tee shot. Hang on to the fairway. Well, you couldn't have placed it better.
Next on the tee, Lee Westwood.
World number 2.
开球的是世界排名第2，今年印尼名人赛、韩国百灵坛锦标赛的冠军。
John, there's an argument to say that from tee to green, this man is the best in the world.
Yeah, his driving is normally very impressive, and his iron play. He's worked hard on his putting. Lovely rhythm. That might be just a fraction left. The rough isn't thick down the left-hand side.
And finally, Rory McIlroy.
But the trees might just be in his way.
Rory McIlroy, superstar status wherever he plays.
Just watch this action. Beautiful clearance to the left side, although he's pulled this one. Oh, now then. Well, it's in the lap of the gods. I saw it finish, but has he got a clear view?
They're a little short, aren't they? They are, aren't they? They're a bit short. Oh, that's hard to have charges short for me.
Too short for you.
I know, exactly.
They must be from the 7 to 9 year old section.
I thought that when I put them on this morning.
Oh, I just did it to you. Stand there, I've just gone. He's gone. Yeah, I think they are.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull them down as well.
Westwood's not short of experience in Asia.
I've been coming here since, I think my first time in Asia was the Malaysian Open back in '95, or even before that in Malaysia in '94. So I know I don't look that old, but 17 years of coming to Asia and quite a lot of success on the continent. So it's nice to come to China and see a bit more, just the hotel, golf course and airport like it normally is at a golf tournament. You actually may see a little bit more China this week.
You know, John, it's 100 years to the day since Dr. Sun Yat-sen founded modern China. He was from Zhongshan, the hometown of this man, Liang Wenchong, and also the site of the first ever golf course built in this country.
I'll tell you what, that was some shot Liang Wenchong hit out of that bunker, because it wasn't lying too well. 158 yards to go, but he caught it ball then sand, which is the secret, and he's found the green. Westwood shouldn't be really bothered by the trees. Green tilts from back right to front left, so he's just fired it long.
Just hadn't the cut it so thin. Was half plugged.
I think it's just on you, Rory. I think it's just on you. Just for the record.
A master of match play, a master of one-upmanship. Oh, but that doesn't sound too good, John.
Oh dear, no. Ricochet into the water, so that's 2. He's going to be dropping out playing 4. I know it's only the first hole, but not the way he wanted to start. Now Poulter, last to play out, drove McIlroy, gave him a ribbing, short iron in his hand. Little shelf to get up with the second shot. Doesn't want to go long. Very good.
Thank you.
Turning the style on early.
Well, it's all that gym work, you see. Outdrive them all, just chip a little sand down in there to about 3 feet.
I mean, you did flush that tee shot there, although you did say to me that you thought Rory came back off the trees about 30 yards. I think you were just being polite.
I'm going to claim it. Whether he's come back off a tree and come back 30 yards, I'm claiming I've just outdrove Lee and Rory.
For me, John, there's just one thing holding Ian Poulter back. Modesty. He's just too introverted.
He is. Now then, he can be aggressive here, Liam Wenchong, slightly up the hill. Green's not overly quick here at Thompson. Oh dear. Well, it's going to be a 4. Everybody massively excited about this event, and a lot of people turned out to watch these 4 great players. Liam Wenchong, the only man to get into the top 100 in the world from China.
It's always very exciting when you're in on something new, and you get the feeling with this concept, it's here to stay. Now, Rory McIlroy, this to avoid a 7. Well, in Chinese culture, an 8 is very lucky. In Northern Ireland culture, a 7 on a golf course is very unlucky.
JP's caddy there. Westwood's chip down to here. Maybe right half. Pretty quick. A little downhill. Oh. Poulter smiling his chops off. Here's a chance to take a lead. A 1-shot lead from Liam Wenchong, who's just about made 4.
It's all right, you're still 2 ahead of me.
He just loves being the centre of attention. This tournament could well be made for Ian Poulter. And he's made the perfect start. Off to a flyer. The first player dips under par. It's Ian Poulter. Liang is in second place, but look at Rory McIlroy, already playing catch-up and a little detached.
I actually got lucky with my drive. I actually had a shot through the trees, but the ball just came out a bit high on me and hit a branch and went into the water. And then, yeah, to take 3 putts from the front of the green isn't great either. But there's 17 more holes to go, and I'm sure I'll be able to claw it back.
More from the Shui On Land China Golf Challenge coming up after the break. Welcome back to Thompson Golf Club, Shanghai, the first stop in the Shui On Land China Golf Challenge, where the flip cams we gave to the players are already being well used. In fact, Poulter, Westwood and co are becoming very protective towards their new toys. Evidence of that came as they relaxed, well, supposedly relaxed, in this magnificent clubhouse.
Hand that this way, just
Get off my flip video.
how many
Step back
how
from the
many
flip
weeks?
video.
How many tweets have you done on Twitter?
Just less than you.
Okay.
I answer my followers.
There was also a pro-am at Thompson where Mr. Lowe from Shui On Land showed his skills.
Right there.
All 4 of our pros will need to be straight and powerful off the tee to stand any chance of reaching the green of our next hole, stretching 590 yards.
Big par 5 like this, how do you kind of see the tee shot?
Just about 40 yards past the tee shot on the first, I think. Send it out at about 340. Leave myself a little, 295 3-wood.
Do you fancy it in 2?
No, I don't actually. It's into off the left. No, I can't reach. I'm going to have to lay up. But if Rory hits a good one, I guess he might get close.
Yeah, it is a good par 5. Even the mighty McIlroy, I think, would struggle. Tight drive off the left, traps down the right, but he's having a go at it in 2. Now there's water short of this green. Oh, and he slapped that. Now getting the trap. Oh gosh, well he has short of the water, so he was trying to go for the green though. He's been a little bit fortunate.
Got enough balls?
I never got left.
We're only playing 2 holes.
Did you say bunker, JP?
Yes, it's in the bunker, which is good. So we can play it.
Well, you seem delighted with that.
I think it's in the water.
It's in the bunker.
It is in the bunker?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not too bad.
You can make 3 from there.
I'll be happy with 4.
Yeah, come on. Well, there's JP alongside Rory, who's not caddying for him this week. In fact, there's 4 girls at this golf club are having a wonderful time. Shami, Sakura, Sharky and Jenny, who, well, hopefully are going to take part in the 2016 Olympics at some stage, and they've been given the opportunity to do that, but they're caddying today for the respective players, and they're loving it.
In the bunker off the tee, Ian Poulter, a lengthy 3rd. A double visit to sand, and that's a really awkward distance to get close, John.
Not as awkward as poor old Rory, who's short of the water, but the breeze just into the face slightly, as you'd expect. World number 2 positioned himself very nicely in 2 shots, pin front left, back into the breeze. Wonderful skyline of Shanghai in the distance, and that's okay.
Bit of a wide.
That was the variable wind.
That was
the
mud
wind.
on the ball. Did you see the mud on the ball?
Now Liang, his follow-through has been described as akin to a baseball player.
It's very much his own style, but he is a really good striker. Low follow-through, turns through the ball well.
And John, that's 2 holes, 2 greens in regulation for the man who topped the Asian Tour Order of Merit in 2007.
Horrible distance for McIlroy. Got to catch this ball first. 3rd shot.
At least he won't get those trouser bottoms wet in that bunker.
Your trousers won't get wet in there, you're fine.
He won't be wearing those again this week, will he?
I tell you what, John, winning a major doesn't make you immune from ribbings.
Absolutely not, no. In fact, you're likely to get more of it when you've won a major, which is got the head start on these 3. Let's see how good Poulter is out of the sand. 40 yards. Great acceleration of the club there, which he must do out of sand. And maybe he's going to escape with a 5. 3-5 star to be tasty.
Lots of technology on sale in Shanghai. Rory McIlroy could do with a new calculator. This is ugly.
And not what they've come to see.
Is it still me?
There's not a lot in it.
Seeing your balls down, I'll let you go.
I'd hate to halt you when you're on a roll.
Halt my momentum.
Yeah.
He's laughing, but I tell you what, McIlroy is also smarting. He's very competitive.
Slowish putt for birdie for Westwood. Just goes uphill about now, and the pace has had him again. And work to do.
I'll tell you what, John, what a fantastic course here at Thompson. The members are very privileged.
They are indeed. Good use of bunkering. They've used the trees well. The surfaces on the greens are very good, and the clubhouse is just absolutely outstanding. And that is a bogey. 7-6. Well, at least he's getting better.
Getting better. 7-6.
Don't have a chance to make a 5 today.
Oh, Westwood is brutal at times.
And of course, John, in the years to come, Westwood might well be a Ryder Cup captain for a team involving McIlroy.
I'm sure that'll happen. Now Liang Wenchong for his birdie par, the first. Go on. That's a pretty solid start. Par. Poulter with work to do to maintain a slender lead. I know how excited Chong is to have these players here. He's a complete gentleman.
Now this would be some sand save. Almost better than the birdie on the first.
Yeah, no borrow in this at all. Slowish, firm and straight. And that's where he's so good at holding out. Birdie par for Poulter, he leads.
Yes, and Westwood is now going to put to be only 2 behind after the first leg of this phenomenal journey.
Poor old Rory, 5 behind at the moment. Bogey par for Lee Westwood, he's 2 behind. Chong in second place at level.
You're worn out, won't you?
Yeah, I'm done. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Cheers, boys. Thank you.
Great start for you, Ian.
Thank you.
One under after a couple of holes, so I'll get to you in a minute. Delighted with that?
Very happy, yeah, after a few weeks off, come out, and as Rory said, that's probably the first match play event or stroke play event I've led this year, so yeah, great. I'm excited to get off to a nice start.
And let's go to the other end. Rory, come on, get that chin up. Not the start you were looking for?
No, definitely not. It usually takes me a while to get into the round, but obviously I don't have any more to play today, so I'll have to wait until tomorrow.
And Liang, a couple of pars for you. How pleased are you with your start?
I feel good, and because first hole a little bit nervous, and play with the Rose, good player. Yeah. So first par, second par, I think it's a good start there.
And Lee, it's just finally round to you. You reckon 5-5's not too bad?
Well, yeah, I feel like I've held my own there. Literally a long way to go, though, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely a long way to go. Yeah, another 16 holes.
16 holes and about 6,000 miles.
He's not miles clear, but Poulter is the leader. And look at McIlroy. The last time he rode down 7-6 was at school learning to count. From Thompson Golf Club, it was back to the Shanghai district of Xintiandi, expertly developed by Shui on Land. Before they explored, the players sat down for a 10-course gourmet dinner. This is a car-free zone with shopping, entertainment, and of course eating places. It was also the ideal location for them to take in their day one experiences and digest their respective salts, some of which were sweeter than others. Next time, the players receive an extraordinary welcome in Zhengzhou. And of course, the fun continues in the Shui on Land China Golf Challenge. Welcome everyone to a terrific trans-China golfing trip featuring 4 of the world's leading players, an exciting format and 8 stars of the show. The venues being employed around the People's Republic. Outstanding courses, each and every one. The Shui on Land China Golf Challenge is an 18-hole contest with a twist. It's played in 7 different destinations. Last time, Ian Poulter was swift out of the blocks with a birdie and a par on the 2 holes that showcased tremendous Thompson Golf Club in Shanghai. China's number 1, Liang Wenchong, lies second, but US Open champion Rory McIlroy is playing catch-up already. That after starting 7-6.
Welcome to day 2 of the Shui on Land China Great 18. It's 5:30 in the morning, Tuesday morning. Didn't realise there were 2 5:30s in the day. Yesterday, day 1 went pretty well, apart from the fact that Poulter's leading, so we've not heard the last of that. We're in Shanghai at the moment. This is the view from my room. But we're off to somewhere else, which is going to be the story of the next 6 days.
For this week, our 4 men are of no fixed abode. It's a case of planes and automobiles, no trains. And Lee Westwood was right. Poulter's in cheery mood.
Leader, going on the fastest plane. Liang?
Hi.
Morning.
Morning.
You're going to laugh at this. We've got on a bus. We've gone 40 yards in this lovely bus, which doesn't make any sense, but that's fine.
Morning.
This is how we roll.
We might be in the east, but today we're heading northwest to the city of Zhangjiao.
He's looking after me so well this week. Oh, why? Here comes the trip.
Well, Rory is the baby of the group. Today's journey is, by this event's standards, a relatively short hop, just less than 600 kilometres. Different city, yes, but the warmth of the welcome and the level of banter, that never changes.
Mr. Leader. Oh, look at that. That's our slow style. Why was that quicker than you? Because you've got the biggest players, you see. Number 2 and 4 in the world. Sorry. 2 and... oh, was that a bite?
It's nice to see with the camera on someone else rather than yourself. That's more like
it. Are you alright in there, Liang? Are you alright?
Very good.
Who says the life of a pro golfer is arduous?
Not normally accustomed to long wheelbase Rolls Royce with a chauffeur, but could possibly get used to it.
In the lap of luxury, they drove into Zhangjiao, capital of Henan province, situated on the Yellow River. Like all major Chinese cities, this one is home to 9 million people, by the way. The ancient coexists with the modern. The lights are bright, the skyscrapers are mighty, and for those of you with an appreciation of martial arts, there's the Shaolin Monastery. And as the players were to discover, a world-class golf course can be found here as well.
Police escort. Right from the airport, straight to the golf course.
And plenty of people.
Plenty of spectators. Fantastic. This is awesome.
Oh, wow.
What do you reckon, Ross?
I think this is going to be a bit of fun.
I think young McIlroy could be right, you know. The players, the crowd and the razzmatazz are at Jincha Lake International Golf Club for the second leg of the Shui on Land China Golf Challenge. Still need convincing about the interest in golf in this country? Just look at these pictures. All 4 golfers made quite an impression. They were showered with gifts and goodwill, and when it came to signing autographs, they were besieged. In fact, to be more accurate, McIlroy was mobbed. The great escape. And onto the tee, where the man top of the popularity charts in Zhangjiao is at the foot of the tournament standings, needing to produce his spellbinding best to make up lost ground.
Not a great day for you yesterday, Rory, but this is boy band stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, this is great. The atmosphere here today is unbelievable, and hopefully I can produce some better golf for the fans out here today.
Lee, you've seen it all before, but you're keen to get underway and get this get these holes played and try and make some inroads on Ian.
Yeah, well, I'm a couple behind. It was a bit of a slow start yesterday with a bogey, but surprised and shocked really by the reception we've got today. It's an amazing turnout.
And the first hole we're going to see at Juncha Lake, the third hole of the competition, is a pretty special par 5. Risk and reward. The honour goes to the leader.
She's got to him.
Folding already.
No. Is it fairway?
Well, the air's a little bit heavy, so Liam Poulter not really sure where the ball has gone, but it's down the left-hand side, it's okay. But it's a good par 5, and only the longest can get up. Westwood with a spanker here could probably find this green in 2. Ideally move it left or right. Past the bunker, down the right-hand side at 262. Hang on. And that's nestled down. Liang Wenchong's ball in the fairway. Now let's see if Rory can entertain this crowd with a monster. 4 over at the moment, needs something special. Oh, he's given that the treatment.
Drive. Thank you.
Good concentration there.
Yeah, did it.
Gosh, that was up forever. That is a monster.
And that, John, is with a mobile phone going off on his backswing.
Well, that's the popularity.
I'd love to have a swing like Rory's when I was 22, to be honest. I was selling Mars bars and T-pegs and, you know, I was working in a pro shop. So, I mean, you know, to have Rory, you know, the talent that he is in today's golf at such an early age is incredible. Yeah, I'd love to have his game, but I've got what I've got, and you know what, I'll make the most of it.
Well, that was some drive that you hit off the tee there. I noticed that you and JP were discussing the yardage. How far have you got?
241 yards.
To the pin?
To the pin, yeah. 227 to carry the bunker.
Club?
So 3 iron.
That's not normal. Right, 3 iron. Okay, here we go.
That's not normal. John Hawksworth would be taking a 4 iron.
And then another one. Pin on the right-hand side, back portion of the green. Green tilts left to right. Needs a high iron shot here. There'll be a roar if he finds the green. Beautiful. Oh, and he has done.
It really is a joy to behold, and even a veteran old soak pro is impressed.
For Rory there to hit a drive and a 3 iron up this hole, amazing.
Yeah, he get a good line and good second shot, but Roy is good long hitter.
McIlroy responding to these remarkable galleries in Zhangzhou.
Poulter gone from bunker to bunker. Phone goes off again. Seemed to make a good contact. Ball sand. And that's okay, just past hole high, slightly downhill from there.
Even though he found the fairway with his drive, Liang is laid up. So too Westwood, hardly surprising from that lie.
Yeah, it just nestled down, but he's got it into a distance that he likes. He's worked hard on this area of his game from 110 yards in and round the green. And there's the evidence of that work.
Asia's been kind to Lee Westwood this year, won back-to-back on this continent. The Indonesian Masters on the Asian Tour, and then the European Tour's Ballantines Championship.
Yeah, look how far back in the stance Liang Wenchong's playing this. Is he going in low? Steady. Couldn't get the spin out of the rough. Beautifully prepared, this golf course. They've done everything possible to make these players enjoy their experience here. The crowds are amazing.
Now then, Ian Poulter to get to 2 under par through 3 holes.
He's allowed to have the pin left in. Go on. Billy Foster there, Lee Westwood's caddy. He's just along for the ride this week, not having to do any of the lugging of the bags around. There is a friend and support.
Oh, treble bogey and then a bogey in Shanghai. Thought for a moment
I'll tell you, there's some chicken on the bone around that hole.
McIlroy wanted to start with an eagle there in Zhengzhou, but I think he'll settle for a birdie.
Well, he gave it a chance, didn't he? Now Chong slightly back up the hill, should move a little bit from left to right. And it didn't move at all. Lee Westwood said to me how impressed he is with Chong's putting. The way he rolls the ball is quite superb, effortless.
Well, John, you don't shoot a course record 64 at Whistling Straits in last year's USPGA Championship if you can't roll the rock, as they say.
And Poulter's held a couple of these already. This for a par saver on the third. And he's up to the task again. Westwood thinking he'd missed it. He's going in the right direction. That's what they've come to see. Birdie for McIlroy. Back to +3.
And after day one, blessed relief. Now Westwood's third shot deserved a birdie, John.
Yeah, it did indeed. Beautifully controlled. After 3 holes, if he knocks this in, he'll have had one of each, if you like. Bogey, par, birdie. So he's improving with every hole. Back to level. One behind.
And the reason he's doing this, he likes the sound of these Chinese golf holes, that distinctive ping. Westwood joins Liang in a tie for second, and McIlroy bags a much-needed birdie to look not quite so detached at the tail end of the field. But what will they sign for on the next? The second hole they're going to play here at Jincha Lake International. Will McIlroy's recovery continue? Join us after the break to find out. Welcome back to the Shui on Land China Golf Challenge and the range at Jincha Lake International Golf Club, where 4 international stars warmed up and the leader, Ian Poulter, was his usual quiet self. The focal point, though, was Rory McIlroy's power.
You gotta get a minute. One more, get him going then.
Poulter became the cheerleader. What a great atmosphere. This is a stunning complex and a course with limitless potential to host tour events. Those at Jincha Lake are justifiably proud.
This high-profile game is the biggest not only in Henan province, but also in the central region of China. The satisfaction from our side lies in letting more people from all nations, as well as other cities in China, get to know the Jincha Lake Golf Club.
Just a reminder of where we stand. Westwood and Liang are tied second, and although McIlroy's bringing up the rear, he's not afraid to aim a subtle jab at pace setter Poulter.
He looked a bit shaky. I don't know if sleeping on the lead affected him in any way, but he definitely doesn't look as good as he did yesterday.
Mind games already, as McIlroy tees off on our 4th at 408 yards, the shortest hole of the tournament so far, but not so fast.
Rose, is it your honour?
Oh, that's a bit harsh, but true. Knocks the ball away. It's a good par 4. This 4th hole, 408 yards, second shot uphill.
Tremendous.
There's experience for you.
Sorry, I mean, a birdie for me feels like an eagle at the minute, so.
Sorry, I also forget that.
Ah, very good.
Talk about one-upmanship.
Well, there's a view back from the green. Second shot, blind up the hill, out of bounds left. The best shot is over the left-hand bunkers. There's a basin there to find. But left is no good. Driver. Beautiful rhythm from Westwood.
Forget the technicalities, that was straight out of the middle of the golf club for the most reliable driver in world golf at the moment.
Now Rory's go.
Enjoyed that.
I bet you did. Well, they've all gone for it. And I can tell you, Rory's in trouble up the left. The other two are okay. You did make me laugh there. Rory's on the tee, and you walked onto the tee and said to him...
Well, it wasn't his honour, was it, John?
Well, I hadn't spotted it.
Ah, well, I had. I've been out here 18 years, John. I probably had that trick played on me once or twice.
Oh dear.
Well, that's where it's lying. And I tell you, the bank is so severe. The grass long, he can only come out sideways, surely.
How many they go back?
Rory, I'm sorry to ask you this, because obviously you're sort of kind of hanging on to the bank here, but not really the lie you were looking for.
Not quite, no, but I'm very lucky that it stayed in bounds, so hopefully I can get it, hack it out and maybe make a par.
From much better position on the fairway, Liang.
42 yards up the hill. Can't see the bottom of the pin. Oh, hang on. Well, that's okay. No round of applause tells him it's not very near.
When he won the Singapore Masters in 2007, this man gave his entire first prize, almost $200,000, to aid golf development here in China.
That sounded just a fraction heavy. Poulter trying some new shafts this week. But I tell you what, I was wrong. It's a beautiful shot again. Likes the feel in the irons that he's got now. And Westwood from the perfect position, just a wedge up the hill. The green does tilt from back to front. Andrew Chandler, his manager there with Billy Foster. Used to be a player himself, and a good one.
Westwood getting into the swing of things. Lovely approach on the previous hole, and now pin high there. Well, Westwood, you could say, arresting his early slide.
Well, McIlroy's found the green in 3. Lian Wenchong, back of the green, electing to putt. Beautifully judged again. He makes putting look so easy.
The flag bearer for Chinese golf, and doing a really good job as well. Took over from Zhang Lianwei as this country's leading player.
They look so smart, the marshals, the girls, all around the edge of the green. This is slightly downhill for Westwood. Even par, courtesy of the birdie at the last. This is a good chance to get into the red figures, although Poulter's below the hole. Turn. Good try.
Rory McIlroy, the progression for him so far. There's been treble bogey, bogey, birdie, and the best he can do is a par here on our 4th hole.
Well, after that wild drive, he hacked it forward, and this is where the 3rd shot's finished. No chance of reaching the green out the cabbage. Up the hill. Get in. Oh dear, it's another bogey. Back to 4 over. He'll get some stake.
And of course, Poulter has a birdie putt. If he converts, he'll be 6 ahead of McIlroy after just 4 holes.
It's a distance that he's pretty good at normally, slightly from the left. I'll take a little hop. It's a par nevertheless. He stays in the lead.
And just as well for the rest of them. He might have been a little insufferable overnight if that one had fallen in. Well, Poulter led after day 1, and he leads after the second day as well. And for China's favourite golfing son, Jincha Lakes provided a day to remember.
I think it's first time like this big party. Everybody come to join us, see the game. I think it's very helpful for the China golf.
And after 4 holes, you're only 1 behind. Well played.
Yeah, I will catch up.
Ian, as usual, manic round you, but you've just had your lead just jumped into a fraction.
I should have taken advantage of the par 5 and disappointed to hit a poor tee shot in the left bunker and kind of put me out of position. And obviously Lee and Rory making a good birdie there. Yeah, they've got a little closer.
This is luxury and then some. First class travel to the nth degree. The players arrived at Jincha Lake in style, and that's exactly how they departed.
I'm not travelling in cars that don't have shag pile carpet anymore. It's just not the done thing.
Now Lee Westwood likes his snooker, but that's not a cue case he's been given.
Don't mess with me, alright?
That's very special.
Great gifts. They always said Westwood was a player with a cutting edge.
The handling works out.
Right. Tally-ho. Off we go again. Beijing bound.
Yes, Poulter and his nomadic gang are heading for China's capital. You have to hand it to his travelling companion Liang, who's got the knack for creating excitement. So watch out for a rare bird landing next time in the Shui on Land China Golf Challenge. This is a numbers game. 4 of the planet's top golfers, 7 destinations in the People's Republic of China, experiencing 8 striking courses and playing 18 holes. Welcome to our 3rd program in a series that showcases the joys of golf in one of the world's most astonishing countries. This is the Shui on Land China Golf Challenge. There's been plenty of fun already. A masterclass in one-upmanship from a veteran, and after 4 holes, a slender lead has been retained by Ian Poulter. A man who spent time at the forefront of the world rankings this year chose to take a back seat. Lee Westwood.
Bad lads always sit at the back.
Bad lad, don't you believe it. But at 38, Westwood is the old man of the party, and en route from Zhengzhou to Beijing, he left young buck Rory McIlroy unimpressed by taking a mid-air siesta. Maybe dreaming of the major championship he deserves. Finally, after a 2-hour flight, the bright lights of the Chinese capital appeared. The kilometre total for a trip that began 2 days earlier in Shanghai was already into 4 figures when our weary travellers were informed the journey wasn't quite over yet.
1 hour drive to the hotel.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I might need to go to the little girls' room. In fact, I do.
We have to go another party. We have hurry up, catch up. Very tight schedule. See you soon.
Dawn revealed the political heart of the People's Republic, Beijing, a word meaning northern capital. In fact, this is one of the 4 ancient capitals of China. It's home to 20 million, with the Forbidden City, the Great Wall and Tiananmen Square a must-see for any tourist who journeys to the city that proudly hosted the 2008 Olympic Games. Fun and games continued for McElroy & Co.
We're now in Beijing, at the Top Wind Golf Resort. About to do some handprints. A few people here. Very enthusiastic fans from China. There's someone taking a picture of me. That's my caddy, obviously.
Nice to meet you.
How are you? Good. Very well. Very well. There's Mr. Westwood, awake for once. Wide awake.
Not wide, I wouldn't say wide.
Hello. You want my autograph? Yes. First one of the week, Ross. First one of the week, yeah.
The spectators at Top Win couldn't have been more enthusiastic. As at Jinsha Lake in Zhengzhou, the players left a lasting impression. Then indulged their Formula One fantasies by showering champagne, even before a ball was struck. Poulter currently leads by 1 from Westwood and Liang, with McElroy in need of birdies. Not a simple proposition on the first test of the day.
It's obviously a well-designed hole, you know, you've got a target to aim at on the right-hand side with the trap and just turn it off, and some water down the left, which Rory will have to watch out for. And obviously it's a long testing hole, so it'll be a good challenge for the first shot of the day.
Looking for first birdie now. Yeah, and this morning is many girls come here waiting for us. Hopefully everybody enjoy the tournament.
Top Win was designed by former Masters champion Ian Woosnam.
That was the Woozy draw. Woozy stayed in the air a bit longer than that. Good shot. Probably did.
With me is John Hawksworth, and John, this hole is a brute.
Yeah, it's a beauty. 470 yards, elevated tee shot, water left, 3 traps up the left. But they're aiming at the bunker down the right at 315 yards. This golf course has been very sensitive to the environmental issues out here in China. And Westwood's driven the ball fantastically well so far over the first 4.
Next on the tee, Liang Wenchong.
Well, Chong really enjoying this challenge. Par at the moment, but we have only played 4 holes. I mentioned this at 470, then the next hole is a big par 5, 590 yards. He's got a very individual style.
Finally, US Open champion Rory McIlroy.
Aesthetically, John, this is one of the best swings on the planet.
It is indeed. It's just the way it flows. All great players clear their left side hard on the way down and then hammer the club through. Watch this leg action. Never in his own way. And he needs a fast start today. He's 4 over and they're off.
Huh? I didn't see it down, did you? No.
Come with me.
The crowds here and the quality of Top Win. Who would have believed the game here could become so popular so quickly?
China, the golf, the history is not so long. That's only about 30 years old. We hopefully for the professional player, we hopefully more champion, and we hopefully more young good player coming up.
Go on, you go to the long one, I'll go to the short one today.
Is that mine right up there?
It's that one that's right up there, actually. That's deceiving. I thought you looked about 40 past me, but it's just the 15.
Watching the warm-up, they were all striping the ball lovely. This is from 139 for Liang Wenchong. Green tilts right to left, and the surfaces are absolutely beautiful. Big 9-iron. Oh, this is good. Get in! Oh, what a shot from Liang Wenchong. Well, he's not par anymore. He's immediately gone to -2. What an eagle. That's his coach.
You'd be one behind then.
What a shot.
I have to say, still no birdie.
Yeah, still no birdie. I have to work hard, yeah. And very lucky this one.
That was a brilliant shot. What club did he hit there?
A 9-iron, 139.
139?
Yeah, 139.
Absolutely brilliant. And they were all clapping as well.
Yeah.
And the crowd went bananas.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Well, follow that.
Well, he's normally pretty good from this distance. Ideally, you just want to pitch it right to the pin and spin it towards the hole. That's okay. He's below it.
Short. A little bit short.
Now McIlroy needs good things to happen fast.
He won't be able to spin it quite the same, but he's only going with one of his more lofted irons into this 5th hole. Never seems to put a bad swing on it.
And finally, the lengthiest and the most accurate tee shot. Can Westwood capitalise?
I always admire how consistent his routine is and the way he approaches every shot, and that's why he hits so many quality shots like that. That was just wonderful, obviously, for the Chinese crowd, but a little bit of a shock to the system to you, I would imagine.
Well, you know, with yeah, I guess it is a bit of a shock. It's not always you hole out from, I guess, about 140 yards. So it was a great shot. That's what you're looking to do, hit it close, and it dropped in. So yeah, I mean, he'd be very happy with that.
I'm sure you don't need reminding, but that's a time at the moment, so I'll let you get on with it.
Thank you. Oh, greens look pure.
Now, I tell you what, when these guys are impressed with putting surfaces, they must be top-notch. Immaculate, I think, is the word, John.
Yeah, they are. They're beautiful. Very little grain on them. Cut nice and short. Of course, nobody's been on them this morning, and professionals love quick greens.
And Liang won't be on them at all.
Oh no, he's only got to repair his pitch mark. But this should move a little bit from the right for Rory. A little bit of moisture as well on the surface. He's just not hit it, has he? Worked hard with Dave Stockton on his putting. Changed his routine. Still 4 over though.
Going around with this tournament, John, I can't help but feel that, you know, that Volvo China Open they play on the European Tour, the National Championship of China, there are so many potential venues for that tournament now, this being one of them.
Oh, golf is growing enormously in Asia and especially in China. Great try from Poulter. One of the best strokes in the world.
You're not leading anymore.
The knife being dug in early.
Well, he's played in great spirit, but make no mistake, these guys are so competitive. You might be laughing and joking, but they are trying like mad. Oh, I tell you, he hit a good putt there. That should have moved a little bit from the left. So just a par.
One of those cases where you say only a par, and because of that, Westwood remains in third. Coulter's relegated to second, with Liang the new leader. The Eagles landed at top win, But will there be another reshuffle on our second hole of the day? Coming up after the break. Welcome back to the palatial clubhouse at Top Wind Golf Club, where Rory McIlroy still can't escape the demands of stardom.
My family like Rory, so they want the photograph.
Here's a little insight into the way Ian travels. This is all of Ian's luggage in here. Ours is all in a room down the corridor. This is all Ian's. There's more clothing changes than
Don't copy Imelda Marcos for nothing, alright? I need clothes.
And don't forget food. The buffet lunch laid on for the players can only be described as sumptuous. When it came to fan demands, Rory, as usual, had much on his plate. The photo requests are never ending, and neither was the choice of dishes on offer.
That's alright.
And so does the complex at Top Wind. This Woosnam design, located close to the Great Wall of China, measures a little over 7,200 yards and has the credentials to stage tour events. The only difficulty for the Shui on Land China Golf Challenge, choosing which 2 holes to use.
It's our honor to have them come into the course. Actually, when today people told us they love our course too, they think that's a beautiful course and they love these conditions. We feel so proud of to have them here and to love our course.
And the majority of the gallery are loving the fact that Liang leads, standing on the 6th tee of the event, a 590-yard par 5, where power will be invaluable.
Obviously, a hole like this, it's very important to get a good drive away, and then that gives you options whether you can go for the green or not. I think the bunker up there is 285 to get to, so hopefully I can get it just past that and maybe have a go for the green.
This is what lies ahead. But as they walked off the tee, thoughts turned to what had gone before.
It was huge for me. I feel like I learned a lot about myself and a lot about my game that final day at the Masters, and I took a long hard look at myself and what I needed to do to get better, and if it wasn't for that day, I probably wouldn't have bounced back and won at Congressional the way I did. So that day, even though it was such a disappointment at the time, it'll stand me in good stead for the rest of my career.
Well, that's a good way to look at it. Good tee shot from Westwood. There were some tree issues down the left if you pulled it, but he's hit it absolutely flush. Water right to the green, 3-wood. And it's a small green, this. It's very slopey. He's trying to cut it in from left to right. And he's double-crossed himself. That's a very difficult shot from there. No room to work with. Running away from him.
Trap.
Well, looking on the positive side there, John, better left than right.
Yeah, great tee shot from Poulter, also with the 3-wood. He draws the ball. Well, that's heading right.
Oh.
And there is water over there. He cuts in at the front. Oh dear. Well, he'll do well to play that. Of course, he's going to have to drop it. Red hazard, where it last crossed. Smiling.
Now, during the Shui on Land China Golf Challenge, we've already seen evidence of McIlroy's advantage on par 5s.
Well, 590 yards. It's a joy to be able to get up in 2. And that is a wonderful shot. That's what they come to see. I know he's 4 over.
I'm okay at the par 5.
And this hole is long par 5 for me. No chance to 2 on. So I just second shot, make the iron, put the ball in fairway first, make the third shot.
Good luck.
Thank you.
As you get older, I think you have to do a little bit more. If I had to choose again, I'd have started in my early 20s, really working out, or even earlier than that, just to get into the habit of it, because I wasn't a gym junkie by any stretch of the imagination. So
No, it was something I felt I had to do. You know, all the time you're looking for places where you can improve, and obviously physically I was lacking in that department a bit, and needed to get stronger and a bit more muscle on so I could hit it a bit further.
Has it made a difference lengthwise, or just, you know, with your fitness in how you feel at the end of a round?
Well, both really. You know, I certainly hit the ball a little bit further, but when I'm trying to make adaptations in my swing, I find it easier because, you know, I'm carrying more muscle and it's a bit more receptive to change.
Now, this is where Liang was finished in 2. He said he couldn't get up. Now, pitch this just left of the hole. Should spin to the right. Ideally, he doesn't want to go beyond it because he'll have a downhill putt, and the greens are fast. Oh, and he's done that.
Whoa! 没有 spin 了。
太大了这个。对呀。
So Poulter's taken his penalty drop from the hazard. This he's 4th.
He didn't seem to catch that cleanly at all.
The smile is rueful.
Yes, he's shoved that putter cover on the brolly hard. Now this is difficult for Lee Westwood. Open the face, throw it up in the air. Not much room to work with. I tell you what, he's made a wonderful job of that.
Reminiscent, John, of that pitch he played on the 17th at the Oceanico Victoria course in Portugal when he won the Portugal Masters a few years back.
Yeah, no, I think that was a lot harder, but it's an area he's improved on. Par putt for Poulter to stay under par.
Get in.
Oh! Sarcasm from Westwood.
Oh dear. If it hadn't come up 4.5 foot short and a foot and a half left, it had a bit of advantage.
Watching this, John, you can understand why these two are so good in the Ryder Cup. Do they get under opponents' skins or what?
Now, here's a man who might get under your skin in a minute. This to half the deficit of 4 over with a great eagle 3 here on the 6th. Good try. Only a birdie. He's going the right way.
That's an oddity, John. 3 over for 5 holes. And he's made 2 birdies.
JP and Billy Foster to the left of the green, the caddies of Westwood and McIlroy. Not doing much work this week, though, it has to be said. Now this is fast, downhill, right to left. How has that missed? Westwood has admired Liang Wencheng's putting all week. He rolls his ball incredibly well and it looks so simple.
Had a good chance on the previous hole. Failed to convert. What about this one, John?
Right to left. It'll take a lot at the end. You can give this a good 9 inches up the right-hand side.
That has gone sideways, hasn't it? Hey? Go on, have a go. I'll wait.
Well, that's what you get with fast greens. They take the borrow at the end.
And now Poulter for his first bogey of the tournament.
Good 6. Thank you.
McIlroy learning to rib on the job.
I was going to say that's a bit rich from McIlroy, who started with the 7. Well, Rory, you really flexed your muscles there up that par 5, but putt just got away from you?
Yeah, I just didn't hit it high enough. But the greens here are beautiful. They're really, really good. Very impressed with them, and you know, it's looks like a really nice golf course.
And Ian, this game can be pretty cruel sometimes. Quite a change.
Not cruel, really. I mean, if you hit a poor shot, you expect to be punished for it. I did that, hit it in the water hazard just to the right of the green, and you know what? I made a costly 6. So I'm now 2 behind.
Having started the day leading, Poulter finds himself sharing second. McIlroy had a good time at top win, but not as good as the new pace setter, Liang. Then it was time to be ushered away, quite literally, as the players said goodbye to Topwin and headed across Beijing to Jade Island. This time they kept their feet and wheels on the ground, with the lads choosing the communal mode of transportation.
I want to go on the bus. It's more fun on the bus.
I think the bus is more better, more bigger.
Right, off to, what's this golf course called? Jade Island. Jade Island we're off to now. Trip's going to be about an hour and a half in the car. So we should be there at about 1:50 AP o'clock. We're on a bus, so it might take a bit longer. That's all I got.
Being back on the bus brought the mischievous schoolboy out in Poulter.
You'll do anything to try and get the lead back, Pulse.
But the sneaky Englishman's fingers weren't quite nimble enough, and his plans to scupper the opposition were foiled. Before they knew it, the players arrived at Jade Island International Golf Club for the next 2 holes of the Shui on Land China Golf Challenge. Join us next time for the 4th venue of this unique tournament, when the players were chomping at the bit, chipping off the rooftops.
They're thinking, what are they doing?
Should we go?
Come on then.
The Shui on Land China Golf Challenge is very much off the ground, with 4 highly skilled, renowned international golfers thoroughly enjoying their travels around the People's Republic, jetting to 7 cities and 8 courses and capturing the fun they have on the way. As for the golfing highlights so far, there's only one candidate. Liang's second to the first hole played at Topwin Golf Club in Beijing. An eagle 2. After launching our journey in Shanghai, then travelling to Zhangjiao, we're about to experience our second course in the Beijing area. This is one of the world's great capital cities, where modern and ancient come together. The Great Wall is a must-see, and if you're a golfer, Jade Island International is a must-play. Beijing has numerous quality courses, each with positive environmental benefits, and this has to be included in that number. Designed by Tony Cashmore and opened a couple of years ago, those involved in Jade Island are proud, with every justification.
This event allows more people to know that there is a nice and beautiful golf course named Jade Island in Beijing. And it promotes our cause to other parts in China, as well as to other nations in the world.
In the clubhouse, our quartet were signing autographs and posing for photographs, as much part of their everyday jobs as bashing a 300-yard drive.
This is the first one of the day, this. Oh, here we go, I've started something. Give us a V sign, come on. That's it. I tell you what, this is flip video gold.
And like Mr. Westwood is taking foot. Look at that smile.
Thank you. There's a technique to it now. You have to throw it. I've been told this. You've got to push your shoulder back. You've got to throw your hip out like that. Makes you look thinner. And when you wave with your arm down like that, because then you don't get back wings.
You don't have those. You spend too much time in the gym to get look at that.
gun. Drop ball. You'll get there when you grow up.
McIlroy needs to go up the leaderboard. He's trailing China's own Liang Wenchong by 5 after just 6 holes. And then there's the inscription on the poor lad's clubs, the merging of his name and that of his girlfriend, tennis ace Caroline Wozniacki. The tees become ribbing central.
This is my new little wazzle roll.
I know.
Love. Oh, come on.
You big soft, you.
I know.
I have to say, with that wedge, you're bringing it on yourself. But just
Yeah, I know I am, yeah. I know I am, but that's fine. I don't mind. It's all right, they won't show it. It's all right, it's been shown to the world anyway.
And so was Poulter's relegation from the lead to join second at Top Wind Golf Club across Beijing, but he still enjoyed the 2 holes there anyway.
I was very pleased with him, to be honest. I thought it was a great shot, hit a nice 9-iron, which released into the hole. So, congratulations to Liang for that. So I'm now 2 behind, so I need to play hard over the next few holes and try and catch up.
And John Hawksworth, this is the first par 3 of the tournament.
Yeah, and it's a different golf hole. It's a different golf course. The rough very thick round the greens, water short. 143 yards, Liang Wenchong. Ideally wants to finish right at the flag to leave himself an uphill putt. Oh dear, now then, that'll be interesting. That's straight downhill.
Next up the tee, Lee Westwood.
It's only a short iron for Lee. Bunkers left and long.
Ooh, yummy.
Oh, short.
Well, it's not a bad place to leave it.
Ian Poulter.
He's keen, Rory, you know. He keeps stepping on the tee at the wrong time, but of course it's Poulter's honour. He's seen the club that Westwood and Liang Wenchong have hit.
Here's Steve. Yes.
Oh, great shot. That's going to leave him an entertaining putt.
Thank you.
Rory McIlroy.
Thank you.
No!
Oh, phone went off. This is left. It doesn't want to be left.
No good.
Oh, no, that's probably plugged. Ouch.
What a horrible shot coming up. Westwood, though, is in much better shape.
I didn't quite hit it hard enough, though. I just sort of choked down on it a bit and knocked it in low, and it's not quite come up, not quite gone far enough, has it? Ian's hit a good shot. The other two have missed the green left, which is probably not the place to miss it, is it? It looks quite quick and short-sided.
Hitting a shortish iron, a little bit of breeze. Play it any differently?
No, I mean, it's a good number. Sort of 143-ish number into a tiny breeze should be, a scoring par 3 for us. You're looking to try and hit it inside kind of 10 or 15 feet and give yourself a chance, and that's what I've done there.
Well, we wish you luck here. You have a chance to ease into that lead.
So Rory's pulled it in the left-hand trap and gets up here to be surprised to find it completely plugged. So not only is he short-sided, it's plugged as well.
I think he's enjoying this, Westwood. Now, the problems here are because the ball is plugged, he's got thick rough in between him and the hole, no room to pitch it, can't spin it, and it's straight downhill.
Apart from that, simple.
Now then.
Got a good lie now.
Well, and this is awfully difficult as well. He's just in the edge of the grass. He needs to get this up in the air quickly. Puts you about 3. Oh, this is getting worse. Well, he's getting nearer.
A couple more hours, he'll get there, won't he?
Oh, this is a bit harsh.
And we must remember, on the very first hole of the event at Thompson Golf Club in Shanghai, Rory McIlroy made a treble bogey 7.
Nearly. Yang?
Ian, a bit of a calamity for Rory there, but I mean, you know, very thick round there. Just come here a minute, Rory. I mean, it's a bit harsh. He had a couple of brutal lies.
Yeah, I mean, the bunker shot wasn't easiest, and then I made the fatal mistake of not getting it onto the green. So then I made, I'll try and make this for 5.
Well, they are human. Sometimes it's tough to take. Now, this is difficult for Liang Wenchong. This is his second shot, but it's nestled down, and he's got to aim well left of the pin. Oh, this is a wonderful touch.
8.5 out of 10. Not quite a gimme. But John's right. Delicacy required, delicacy delivered.
Grass exceptionally thick round the greens here at Jade Island. Westwood for a birdie, left to right. He's not given it enough borrow. Good enough, I would imagine, for his par 3. We'll keep him at level par, but this man's woes continue. He's got to hit this so far left, it'll go sideways.
After this, they'll be saying, what's the thing that binds this hole at Jade Island and the 10th at Augusta National? Rory McIlroy graveyards.
You've easily made the most triples now.
It's two, one, another one to the tally.
2 raspberries.
2 raspberries.
By the way, raspberry is Cockney rhyming slang for a triple bogey. Raspberry ripple, triple. Now Poulter's putting for a Doctor Who. A 2.
Yes, but this is above it, downhill. Oh, wonderful putt from Poulter. Great at holding out.
Well done, Pods.
I don't think he meant that. That was a fantastic 2, but all set up with a wonderful tee shot, but the putt was difficult.
It was. I think Rory helped me out really with that putt. To be honest, I didn't think it was that quick down there, but seeing his putt, it obviously was. So yeah, made a nice 8-footer there.
And the local hero saved his par. It means the Poulter now finds himself alone in second, just 1 shot behind Liang. But look at McIlroy. 7 holes played, 8 shots off the pace. Much like the gallery at Jade Island, the US Open champion needs to get a move on. Join us back in Beijing after the break. Welcome back to the Shui on Land China Golf Challenge, where a driver warm-up session, then an impromptu chipping competition proved entertaining for the gallery. Poulter might not be on top of the leaderboard, but unlike McIlroy, and according to plan, his ball lands on top of the buggy. Mr. Smug.
I'm thinking, what are they doing?
As we go.
Come on.
McIlroy's bringing up the rear, but Westwood and Poulter are tucked in just behind the leader, Liang Wenchong, 2 under after 6 pars and a spectacular eagle. Next up, it's a 444-yard par 4.
We can see the bunker at the right side there, about 250 to the bunker, the distance, and the bunker left corner maybe about 290 or 300 yards. About I am the left bunker corner, get a little bit short.
Another smashing hole, John.
Yeah, it is. There's plenty of room past the bunker on the right at 255, but the trees up the left and the water, ideally you want to be up the right-hand side. 215 into the trap. And that is a ripper from Poulter. Swinging the club very nicely. Position A. A little downslope off the back of the bunker has helped him there, so he's got another few yards out of it. It'll only be a short iron into the green. Left, you're dead.
Might just be in the rough there, eh?
About the rough at the end of the fairway. That's why Liang Wencheng's going with the 3-wood. Going to draw it from right to left off the bunker and chase it a bit. And that'll do.
Okay. Over the hill as well.
There's some amazing villas being constructed down the left-hand side of this hole that will give a wonderful view when they're finished and people move in at this golf course, which is simply quite stunning.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is left. Well, it's gone backwards and slightly to the left as he looks. Is it in the water?
That's not clever.
John, was that a good break or a bad one?
I think it was a bad one because it's gone backwards deeper into the trees. McIlroy now will launch this 3-wood. Fantastic balance.
They look nicely, tightly packed, them trees, don't they?
I wouldn't think you'd have much of an angle to the pin.
Probably not.
I think it's probably more...
That's a new 3-wood, that, and it goes straight left. They did on that hole this morning.
Have you not tried it home first?
Well, not really,
Couple of shots or...
Couple of shots.
It's been an incredible run. You know, I think Padraig obviously started it, you know, winning 3 majors in quick succession in 2007 and 2008, and then Graham obviously winning at Pebble Beach in 10, and that gives me a lot of belief that I could go on and win one, because I've played so much golf with Graham, and you know, to see him win a major, you know, I really wanted to start trying to do it as well, and you know, it was just a coincidence that you know, I ended up getting my hands on the trophy that he got the year before.
Have clubs everywhere here.
You like me, you've got OCD.
No, but you can't have irons in the back pockets and...
No. Sorted all the clubs out. Liang Wencheng here. 132 yards. Now this green runs away at the back. Very hard to position it. Gosh, he nearly pitched it in the hole. There you go. Runs off the back. Not too bad, but a little unlucky.
Yes, a shot that didn't deserve its fate.
Didn't dig in at all, did it? But Rory, with his length, is becoming a lot higher. Oh, he hates it's not left again, is it? Well, it's not as bad as he made out. Putting up the hill and slow.
Fair to say, not in sync.
Well, a player of that quality is looking to get it into about 8-10 feet from that distance. This man's pretty good. 121. Oh, is he left? Again, not that bad, but you'd expect to get it closer.
Nice of you to join me, Paul.
I thought you'd feel lonely over there, so...
Yeah. I do feel lonely on +6. No one around me.
Well, I'm not coming to join you, all right?
I'll try and join you.
Yes, he will. Now, Lee Westwood's chipped out to hear the former world number one who deposed Tiger Woods. 117.
For him, times are golden. But that's not always been the case.
He's obviously had a bit of a bad period in the early 2000s, and you know, he's rededicated himself, and he's a different animal to what he used to be 7-8 years ago. He's a fit, strong bloke. He works hard in the gym, and you know, he puts his time and he works hard on the range. You know, he's a model professional, and he's very level-headed and don't let anything affect him. Really, it's like him working for your best mate. He's a great lad. Eh?
Yeah, he's a great lad, and he's achieved a massive amount. Now then, this green is very difficult. Liang Wenchong just gone through it, pitched his ball by the hole. Little chip and run up the hill here. It'll swing from the right at the end. Nicely executed. He's a lovely touch. Nearly dead.
On both holes here at Jade Island, Liang's scrambling has been top-notch.
It has. Left to right. Will it come at the end? Good stroke from Ian Poulter. Rory McIlroy's didn't move that much either.
Doesn't turn it doesn't, no. I thought yours. The reason yours didn't turn was obviously because it had too much on it, but yeah, still didn't turn that much.
Interesting. Discussing the lines of the putt. Rory from a similar position, but Lee Westwood with a great chance here to save par, having been in the trees left with the 3-wood. This is how you score. This would be a great fall. Camera's going off. It's all part of coping with professional golf. He's got the line wrong there.
You know, it's been a very frustrating visit to Beijing for Lee Westwood in terms of his work on the greens. Failed to convert 3 birdie chances and a bogey there.
Yeah, moved to +1. Now McIlroy, a lengthy par putt. He smoked it past. This to stay +6. Surely another shot's not going to go here. He's just trebled the hole before the par 3. Oh, that's better. Well, if it was a good par, that's it. I should think the crowd are surprised to see the way he's performed so far.
Saved par well on the previous hole here at Jade Island. Can he do the same here?
What's the pace of this stroke? Sounds like someone's pinched my Ferrari fill in the background.
His putting is like a Rolls Royce.
The lead has fluctuated a little bit, but you've managed to eat in a fraction into Liang over these couple of holes. How do you feel your game is?
I'm feeling like I'm hitting it pretty good actually, so pretty confident to continue that form. And you know, as you said, I've got one back on Liang, and I'm getting closer to the lead again.
It's not looking good for McIlroy. Westwood's now over par as well, while up top it's Liang. Bombardier jets prepare to take off.
We just finished Beijing stop. Now we're going to Thailand.
Do you like my fish? Apparently they're a sign of good luck and wealth and happiness, so it's from a fan of mine, so cheers for my fishing. Flip bid's not great, but it's just about picking up the full moon. It's quite nice actually.
Getting back on our private plane. What a tough life we lead. And here's our beautiful air hostess, Dorothy.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Good. Good to see you.
Good to see you again.
Where are we going next? This is the trip. We're going from Beijing to Thailand. And we should be there about time estimated at 19:17, and it's 18:20, which is in fact 6:20 at night. I think it's time to get your golf shoes off. Liang looking very cool with his hat back to front on the telephone.
Yeah, with my wife.
Talking with a wife.
Yeah. In other words. In other words. Leave me alone. In other words, the boss is on the phone. Yeah. Boss is on the phone. Yeah, how are we doing?
Very good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much.
How do you feel next stop, Dalian?
Looking forward to it. Never been there, so going to be quite exciting actually.
Yeah.
What do you do?
New leader today.
Leader in the clubhouse right now. Liang opens up with an eagle this morning.
Yeah, lucky.
What did you hit?
9 iron.
9 iron.
139 yards.
139. And where did it go? Straight in the onion. So, I am now one behind.
I will try my best.
I will try my best also.
Next time we put the first half of the Shui on Land China Golf Challenge to bed and experience breathtaking Red Flag Valley. Follow Lee Westwood's example. Sit back, relax and enjoy. Welcome to Programme 5 of a series where a quartet of world golfing stars travel to 7 cities and 8 magnificent courses around a country where golf continues to boom in popularity. And our gang produced their own behind-the-scenes travelogue while trying to win the Shui on Land China Golf Challenge. Last time at Jade Island in Beijing, Ian Poulter moved back into the reckoning with a birdie on the tournament's first par 3. Now though, the Chinese capital is left behind as we jet east to the Liaoning Peninsula and the 5th venue of this unique event.
Just arrived in Dalian, getting off our lovely private jet as usual. Thank you, Dorothy.
Thank you. Bye.
Dylan again, as per usual. What a lovely plane. VIP.
This way, please.
Oh, this way, yeah. Nice greeting in Dalian. Lee with his flowers. Me with my flowers. They suit you. It's my colour. Right. Photographer. Nice greeting.
And a nice place. This is Dalian, home of the World Economic Forum in September this year, and home to 6 million people. Close to the Yellow Sea, Dalian is twinned with Glasgow, the largest city in Scotland, a country that's recognised as the home of golf. From the windmill, we might well be in Holland, when in fact this is quintessential China and a hub for tourism. As usual, the reception at the airport was outstanding, and the mode of ground transport to the hotel was, for want of a better word, entertaining. This time, Hummers were the players' wheels, and the spacious back seat gave Rory McIlroy's caddy the chance to have a subtle dig at his boss.
How's JP feeling?
I'm feeling very good. I'm very looking forward to tomorrow, the golf three holes tomorrow, because we need to get the front nine over fast. And then once
JP, we're not playing so well.
And then we start the back nine charge. You know, we've given them all a nice lead.
First hole this morning for you was good. Don't worry, you can't reach the bunker.
You hit it left of the bunker, thankfully.
This is what I have to put up with.
Yeah.
And this is, I mean, imagine every week on tour getting clubs like that. It's not great. No wonder I've only won 3 tournaments.
You did win the US Open.
I did. That is very true.
There's the boys in the other Hummer, pulled up alongside us. Meow!
Playing with Ian Poulter has been a lifelong dream of mine. He's my hero.
Don't readjust your sets. Lee Westwood's not suddenly become a member of Poulter's fan club. He's trying to teach Liang Wenchong good old British sarcasm. Liang was a quick learner.
So I said, right, I'm going to ask 3 questions, but the third question he has to say yes. To play with Ian Poulter has always been a dream of mine. He's my hero.
How to answer?
You have to say yes.
Okay.
Yes. Playing with Ian Poulter has been a lifelong dream of mine. He's my hero. And he goes, oh yeah, right, cut.
Yeah, that's finished. It's Lee say.
Stitched me up completely.
Yeah.
Yes, I did that, funnily enough.
One-upmanship from Liang, and in the Shui on Land China Golf Challenge, he's on top. 1 clear of Poulter, with Westwood 3 off the pace, and McIlroy 8 shots adrift. Now lying ahead, 3 holes at the stunning Red Flag Valley Golf Club. The first, a 546-yard par 5 on the Unicorn course.
It's actually pretty much a carbon copy of one of the holes at Mission Hills that we played in the World Cup. So par 5, big elevation, got to take it across the corner. You can't see the 3rd bunker from the tee shot, so picking a confident line off the tee and sticking to that is key.
John Hawksworth, what a hole to start the day.
Yeah, it's a beauty downhill, swings a lot round to the right, bunkers down the left, trouble down the right. You can really chew it off down the right-hand side. But if you don't, you can be caught out with the traps up the left. Oh, now it's going to be interesting.
Bunker,
yeah.
Bunker, yeah.
Bunker.
Maybe more right, better.
Thanks for the tip. I thought that was a pretty good line myself.
I would have taken that.
So would I.
It's a little misty today, John, but the scenery around here is absolutely breathtaking.
Oh yeah, it's incredible. You get out onto the golf course and have a look round. Is he going to go further right? Just going to touch left. Hang on. Well, that's pretty good. Lead down.
Only, oh, what miss? Maybe perfect.
Good job I towed it.
Very perfect, says Liang.
Now Westwood, he knows he can chew more off down the right-hand side. It's hard to hit it over the trees because it's a blind tee shot where it lands.
That's perfect there.
Now there's one way to avoid those bunkers, John. Fly the ball over them.
Well, I don't think he can do that, but he can chew a lot off on the right. Let's see if he can thump it. Oh yes, what a swing. We're going to hear bunker again. Wow.
There was a bit of pressure on that tee shot for me. I was like, I don't want to lose this. I don't want another double and triple.
The audacity of youth.
If you wing it up there, you're coming back. Yeah, exactly.
You've almost got to really pick a spot in the trees on the right-hand side that we're playing over and just commit to that and sort of ignore the rest of it. But I thought I did a good one there.
Now, this is a tough shot. It's lying okay. This is a small green downhill, 240 to the pin. It's a little bit further round to the left. The tree's eating, and there's a bank on the right that'll throw it away. Good contact. Wow, what a shot from Liang.
Maybe on.
Three iron for Westwood. This is a difficult shot with a long iron. He's caught it perfect. Well, bunkers aren't a hazard really, are they, to these two guys?
So how exactly did he play that?
The balance factor there in that shot, is there anything different in a normal shot? Do you have to keep the lower half slightly quieter?
Yeah, I try and keep my legs slightly quieter. I do that by pushing my knees out to sort of make more of a brace position, and just try and keep it smooth and maybe the short swing just a little bit shorter on the backswing.
Good shot from McIlroy, 5-iron down the hill, half a club short.
I'm a little bit on the downslope as well, so the ball is actually going to come out, a little bit low. So I'm just going to have to try and nip it clean, put as much spin on the ball as I possibly can, and I'll take 3 feet the other side of the hole.
Well, Poulter just hit his second shot slightly out the heel. This is where he's finished. Ball on a slight downslope, pitching uphill to a pin he can't see the bottom of. Green will throw the ball left to right, but if he gets this to about 8 feet, he'll have made a pretty good job. But this has got to be played so precisely. Watch him accelerate the club head here.
Oh, proper shot there. My next move after the shot Ian's had there would have been to go and pick the rake up.
Did you admire that?
That was very impressive, yeah, because the lie was obviously tight, wasn't it? A bit of a downslope, but he's pretty good at those. Remember back to the Ryder Cup on the last hole at Valhalla, he played one similar to that, got them down for half a point, I think, something like that.
Westwood's memory is impeccable. The last hole at Valhalla, par 5, and I remember the shot just as clearly as Lee does.
This is very quick down the hill for Liang, steady. Green's perfect here at Red Flag Valley.
And of course, John, the arrival of the players here today coincides with the grand opening of the golf club.
Yes, the scenery is incredible. You get a chance to come and play this golf course, just take a wander around in the buggy. You won't have seen anything like it anywhere before.
Chance!
Oh!
Oh, you're killing me. Hang on, let me have another look, because for 1 minute that looked like missing.
I think it's fair to say that Lee Westwood on the greens in this tournament so far is not having the best of fortune.
Great effort.
3.5.
Yeah, McIlroy, poor first putt. This is fast downhill. Not a lot of borrow. 6 over par, and he's still 6 over. Comfortably last.
And when you've made as many mistakes as he has on this trip around China, the last thing you can afford to do is to 3-putt.
Well, this man's renowned for his putting. Let's see the line of his stroke. For his birdie. A rare miss.
And a little bit wafty, wasn't it?
Oh, 2 guys finding the green, 3-putting. Poulter nowhere near it, but this is what he's best at. And he's tied.
An unlikely birdie, well deserved. Westwood remains 2 off the pace, now being jointly set by Liang, bogey free for the front 9, and Poulter, the beneficiary of that classy up and down.
How much time would you put into, say, as I say, the short game, 100 yards and in?
I would say it's 50-50. I reckon you go through the bag and you hit everything from wedge up to driver 50% of the time, but then the rest of the time is your scoring chances. So therefore, from 115 yards and in is where you should be. If you're laying up on a par 5, it's where you should be scoring. So from sand iron back in, if it's a bunker shot, if it's a 40-yard pitch shot, whatever it may be, you have to be very, very good from that distance. Otherwise, guys are going to beat you.
More from our guys and from Red Flag Valley after the break. Much like the Red Flag Valley resort itself, Ian Poulter doesn't do things by halves. An extra special room was requested for him by the other players, and that's exactly what he was given.
Perfect, lovely, that's very nice.
So this is the only room we have.
That's absolutely fine.
We can have all the mess for you.
It's perfect.
I like my name on the door as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it's magnificent.
The others managed a slight upgrade, and Rory was more than happy to give us a guided tour.
You just caught me in the middle of signing a few things. A lovely bathroom. Very nice. Bath looks very good. Can't wait for you guys to get out of my room so I can have a shower.
Oh wow.
Looks like it could be like a ski resort in the winter time. They do things right in China, don't they? When they do it very well. After walking up those stairs, you're exhausted getting into bed. The signature has got sloppier as the weeks went on, I have to admit. But I'm making an effort with these ones. Just out of my teenage years, I'm still a bit stroppy. Yeah, just get out, please. Thank you. Good night.
Stroppy, not Rory. And Poulter's more than content with his room for the night as well.
Very nice. I think the first one might be a little less comfortable than this.
Red Flag Valley, in 5,000 acres of sweeping terrain and forest land to the west of Dalian. It really is a stunning complex with two courses, the Unicorn and the Dragon, enhancing the environment.
Today's event certainly will give a lot more awareness, and I hope that government will continue to support the development of golf, especially in view of the entry into the Olympic Games again. And I can only see positive things to come off of this kind of event.
On this kind of undulating course, buggies are a godsend, and so was Ian Poulter's birdie on the first hole played at Red Flag Valley. It means he begins the back nine of the Shuiyanlan China Golf Challenge, tied at the top with Liang. Westwood's third, very much in striking distance.
Lee, you're chuckling. Are you chuckling about the thought of trying to find the fairway?
I'm just chuckling because I wouldn't want to play this hole with the lead.
You wouldn't want to play it with the lead.
It's a very long par 4, 475. Key, I think, on this shot is actually finding the fairway. So I might just be trying to take a little bit off it and make sure it's in the fairway.
Yes, the 10th hole of the tournament, one of the toughest and tightest we've encountered so far. Tee shots safely struck. John caught up with JP Fitzgerald, Rory's caddy, and there at his side in the closing round of the Masters in April.
It was a tremendous first 3 days at Augusta. Rory did very well, and we had a really good chat about it afterwards in the car park. And to Rory, I mean, it was no big deal. He basically said he just wasn't ready to win at the time, and it was a tremendous learning experience. And he came back so strong at the US Open, it was tremendous.
Tremendous doesn't cover it. A record-breaking win at Congressional, John.
It was brilliant. But this isn't brilliant, this lie, and this green is hard to find. Very small slopes left to right. Oh dear, he's lost this right, has he? Well, he's got away with it just about. We might see another shot like on the 9th. Great design, this golf course. They've used the natural land brilliantly.
Good layup. Just like the last hole, just leave myself a little easy up and down.
The two courses here designed by IMG Golf Architects. The two designers involved, Britt Stenson and Steve Shepherdson.
Lee Westwood's found the fairway, 7-iron into this green. Don't miss it right. It slopes from back to front as well. Oh, what a shot that was.
Yeah.
Very good shot that.
Very good.
The crowd, as you can imagine, enjoying these four great players here. Poulter at the moment tied for the lead. He's under pressure here. Again goes elevated. Couldn't get the spin out of the semi-rough.
Well, I said this is one of the toughest holes I've seen so far. I think, on reflection, it is the toughest of the tournament to date.
He's very good at these normally, Liang Wenqiang. And he's showing his skills again. He's left it below the hole. Crowd rooting for him. And Rory has been in a mess. Oh dear. Oh, now there's some cabbage over there. He's flown the gallery. He finds it funny.
Be a rarity to see you make a triple, wouldn't it? So it's playable if you're a billy goat.
Oh dear.
They found the ball. That means Rory McIlroy will be climbing the hill. Ouch.
Playable if you're a billy goat, it was described as.
In the footprint. It's in the footprint. Are you kidding me?
Oh, we could be here a while. If you want to nip and make a sandwich, now would be the time.
Oh dear. This is comedy gold.
Brilliant, isn't it, that?
Now, this is straightforward-ish.
Chunk this, isn't it? I'd be surprised if this carries over that fringe.
It will release this one for sure.
Yeah.
All your partners can be cruel sometimes.
I'll tell you what, under the circumstances, that was pretty good.
That'd be a good six.
That's practice. Practice makes perfect.
The words golf course and embarrassment don't usually mix for Rory McIlroy, but they apply today.
This is going to move right to left. Remember, he was right at the green in two. That's a par putt. Tied for the lead. This looks good. Oh!
Westwood robbed on the previous hole, John. Now it's Poulter's turn.
Didn't see that missing. Well, this par four is finding them out. That's a bogey. He's back to -1. We'll see some changes here. Westwood with the chance here to join Poulter on -1. And of course, we'll have Liang with the par putt left to stay -2. He's got it. Brilliant.
He said on the last hole it felt like a 3.5. That one felt like a birdie and a half.
Now Liang Wenqiang inside right to maintain a slender lead. And that's two he's missed on the bounce. Three of them are tied and Rory's chopping it. Three of them on one under par. Rory with this putt to go +8.
A pair of triple bogeys, this for a double bogey. It's a struggle.
Oh, big move there from Westwood. With that bird.
Sorry?
It's normally a par 5.
You nearly said eagle, didn't you?
I nearly
You
said
got
eagle.
carried
Felt
away
like
with
an
yourself,
eagle.
Westwood brings about a two-shot swing on Poulter and Liang, and it means all three are sharing the lead. It wasn't an eagle, but it wasn't your run-of-the-mill birdie either.
This is certainly a tough hole, as you've just seen. Two guys make bogey, Rory makes double, and Lee catches up a lot of ground with a great birdie on what was a tough par 4.
The Shui on Land China Golf Challenge, going from strength to strength. Next time, will McIlroy make everyone sit up and take note? Or can Liang regain the lead? What a journey, what a concept. Welcome to the Shui on Land China Golf Challenge, featuring 4 internationally renowned golfers playing 18 holes around the People's Republic. This golf odyssey includes 8 courses in 7 cities throughout this vast land, and a groundbreaking adventure chronicled by the players themselves. This is programme 6 in a series where Lee Westwood is determined to top the bill. But China's own Liang Wenchong and England's Ian Poulter are vying for the title as well. With the kilometre total at just over 1,400, after visits to Shanghai, Zhangzhou and Beijing, there's still unfinished business in Dalian, close to the Yellow Sea, a popular tourist city, with one attraction being Tiger Beach, not, by the way, named after a certain Mr. Woods. That said though, golf's extremely popular in these parts, and in common with everywhere else they've been, our fabulous 4-ball have been treated like sporting royalty. In the western suburbs of the city, you'll find brand new, breathtaking Red Flag Valley Golf Club. In our last show, the arrival of the tournament marked the grand opening of this 36-hole complex, where one course is called the Unicorn and the other one sees you enter the Dragon.
Hello.
Hello. You are so handsome.
Thank you very much. I was talking to you.
Yeah.
Did you mean me or Mr. Westwood? Sorry, mate. Sorry, she said me.
Poulter's drummed up one more victory in his never-ending banter battle with Ryder Cup teammate Westwood. Indeed, the welcome ceremony at Red Flag Valley was reminiscent of a Ryder Cup. No, not the traditional Chinese dragon dances, or the releasing of the doves for good luck. It was what followed. Much like those famous scenes of jubilation at the Belfry, Valderrama, the K Club, and of course last year at Celtic Manor, champagne was sprayed with gusto. But what of the Shui on Land China Golf Challenge standings? Well, it couldn't be tighter at the top, with Liang, Poulter and Westwood all sharing the lead at 1 under, but after 2 triple bogeys and a double, Rory McIlroy's heading for the wooden spoon. McIlroy requires a miracle, not tricks, to get back into the reckoning. The US Open champion has misfired. 8 over after 10 holes. Mind you, he's always entertaining.
Rory, time to make a move.
Yeah, definitely time to make the move. I've only got, 8 holes left and I'm 9 behind, so I've got my work cut out.
McIlroy's facing an uphill struggle. And John, that's the topography of this hole.
Well, yes, this is a brutal golf hole. 421 yards. Uphill second shot as well. It reminds me a little bit of the 15th at Grand Circe with the houses down the right-hand side and the stunning scenery, but the fairway is a must-find here. And Westwood's been driving it great all the time, and there's another example.
Much like Greg Norman in the 80s, the most reliable driver in world golf.
Thanks, Alex. Nice drive, Mr. Westwood.
Thank you, Mr. Poulter.
Find the Fairway should be able to go in with about 8, maybe 9 iron. Spanking it past Westwood.
Run!
No, it's going to be
Very hard.
perfect. Good drive.
Isn't this an absolutely fantastic golf course? The views across this land, well, extraordinary how they're fitted in the holes, really.
Yep, they've moved some land to create it. And Liang Wenchong, ever reliable, hosting this great event and having a great week. But not this man so far.
Consistently the lengthiest off the tee, and not disappointing there.
And flying it up there. That's a drainage hole there that if it interferes, he'll move it.
Squeak that one nicely past Westy there. Did you whiff that one, Westy?
Yeah.
Did you? Little necky?
Just out the bottom did that, didn't it?
10 years ago, Westwood suffered through a worrying slump.
It was the toughest part of my career so far, toughest period, and you know you find out a lot about yourself. You get a lot of advice from a lot of different people, so it was the kind of time when I really needed to just take responsibility for my own game and my own future, and you know the decisions I was about to make. I did listen to a lot of people, but at the end of the day, I tried to make up my own mind about it and just take little bits of advice from various people. When I first came out on tour, the first sort of 6 or 7 years leading up to winning the money list in 2000, I wasn't very analytical, and I wasn't sure why I played well. So when I did go into a slump, made it very difficult for me to identify what was wrong. So I had to really strip everything down and basically start again, you know, work on how I grip the club, first movements in the swing, but also obviously work on my fitness. And then just recently, the last sort of 4 or 5 years, I've worked a lot harder on my short game.
And he's never been fitter either, but the steepness of this hill left Westwood just a wee bit short of breath.
Yes, and the second shot here, uphill. If he's left of the pin, he's going to have a brutal putt because this green is so... and he could be left. It's so fast, this green. Now then, we'll have some fun in a minute. That's going to swing about 5 or 6 feet from left to right. Playing uphill, you've got to trust the yardage. Liang Wenchong here. Looks like he's going to just take a little bit off this club. No, he's giving it the full treatment. Good release. And he should feed a little bit. He's been unlucky there.
To the left.
9 iron. Perfect position. Below the hole.
And John, you talked about Westwood and Liang facing fast putts. Poulter's will be very slow.
It will indeed. This man needs a birdie blitz now that we know he can make. And he's got on the wrong side of it. I don't think he can stop that short. It has to hit the hole.
The red army of caddies here at Red Flag Valley. Look at them, resplendent.
Yes, it's fantastic, the organisation. Here in China, when you come to the golf club, all you have to basically do is hit the golf ball. They completely look after you wherever you go in this great country. Now watch this swing from left to right. I said 5 or 6 feet. This has got a chance. Steady. I tell you, that's not a bad putt. He's still gone 4 feet.
I thought I did a good putt then. I didn't see that 5 feet of left to right and the left 2 feet. He did.
One of the big beneficiaries of that, being able to see it, Liang. He knows now the speed involved and the break.
Sometimes it can just tend to frighten you. This is a lot from the left.
It's a chance, that.
I'll tell you what, he's binned it. What a putt. What a putt. Very good.
Yeah.
That had some pace on it as
Yeah,
well,
that was
didn't it?
down by yours.
What a putt that was. Liang, good putt. Lying down.
I'm in shock. It had to hit the hole, and it did. Mark Bozier talking to the players there. His great idea for this event. Now, Rory, all the best here. Oh, it's great for pace.
Go, go, go.
Go on. Oh! Maybe this green isn't hard.
Augusta National, the most frightening greens in the world, and we mustn't forget, everyone talks about his implosion on the back nine, but for 63 holes in April, McIlroy was the man at the Masters.
Now uphill from the left. Can be aggressive. This will slope quickly round the hole as he hits it. No!
Slow up there.
Well, Liang's definitely going to have a one-shot lead. Westwood has this to stay in touch.
Very nice indeed. And that's the action at Red Flag Valley over.
And Rory, almost Augusta-like the pace on that.
It was. I mean, it was seriously downhill. They've haven't been kind to us with those pin positions, but no, nice to get another birdie on the card, definitely.
And back to +7.
Back to +7. I've got a chance.
A very slim chance, because with just 7 holes to play, McIlroy remains 9 off the pace, again being set on his own by Liang, the #1 golfer from a diverse country that Westwood's really enjoying.
Just the differences in the different parts of China so far that we've seen. You know, it's such a big country, and we don't normally get to sort of go around and see too much when we're playing regular tour events. That, you know, it's been nice to get a feeling for it, and we've been looked after so great. You know, the people are so friendly and really have welcomed us, and you know, it's amazing the turnout. Hopefully it'll help to further the game a little bit here.
Sadly though, there was no time to dwell in Dalian. The road called, goodbyes were said, Hummers were boarded, and the entourage drove to the airport for a flight south. Another airport, more time to kill, but some form of competition never stops.
3, 2, 1, go.
You did about 24 there.
Fight.
Might affect his golf tomorrow.
Hopefully for the better.
How we doing, Rose? All right?
It's all
right, you?
It's all right.
Right, problem. Come on, who's next?
There you go, there you go.
Right, pop it. Yeah, I'm all right.
5 minutes.
5 minutes, well done. He said he'd do 5.
Chisel Lee flying high.
5 minutes plank. The 5 minute plank.
5 minute plank.
Yes, sir. You know, what? It's nothing. Just warming up.
What you got to say, Rose?
I thought my 3 minutes was decent. I thought it was going to hold up.
I thought my 4 minutes was pretty good. 5 minute wonder boy.
It's not easy holding 120 kilos up for that long.
135, really.
Now here's the sensible one of the party. While the others were exerting themselves, Liang caught up on some beauty sleep, or at least he tried. Someone will carry the can for this.
Tired.
Tired?
Tired.
You slept the whole way. But I think there was a reason for that. No, we couldn't keep up.
You're the party?
Yeah, but you started the party, but
Yeah.
then you couldn't finish. You couldn't keep up.
The lengthiest flight of the entire trip, almost 1,300 kilometres, saw the Shuiyanland China Golf Challenge land in Chongqing. There's one uniform time zone in China, but that didn't stop the boys from suffering from a degree of inevitable jet lag.
2 o'clock in the morning.
Early.
Just arrived in Chongqing. Up in 8 hours to do it all over again and make my daily triple bogey or double bogey.
This is yet another amazing city, the economic centre of the upstream Yangtze River area. Chongqing is a major manufacturing metropolis in southwestern China that's known as one of the 3 furnaces of the Yangtze because of its extended hot and humid summers. So what better name for our next venue than Sun Kingdom Golf Club, another 36-hole gem where the design philosophy was simple. Let the course and nature work together in harmony. Much like Red Flag Valley, this is striking mountainous terrain, and at the summit of the leaderboard, there's a Chinese sporting hero.
Currently, as it stands, our leader in the clubhouse, at the minute, Biang, 2 under, Poulter, 1 under, West Awuda, a 1 under par, and Makololi, plus plenty.
It's not nice, is it? You could birdie every hole coming in.
Highly unlikely, but for McIlroy, not impossible. Realistically, though, this is now a 3-horse race, with Liang leading 2 English thoroughbreds by a nose.
We finished the last hole birdie and looking for this 2 hole. And Ian and Lee coming up is very close, so have to.
What about me?
Oh, sorry.
And coming up at Sun Kingdom, John, only the second par 3 of the event.
Yeah, and it's a little gem across the water, 173 yards, a little shelf in the green. It's about 18 paces before you climb up on top. It's playing about a 7-iron, generous-sized green.
Well stopped.
Good start. Good start.
Thank you.
Well, you can imagine people wanting to get a picture of the Chinese number 1. But he did well to stop, as they said.
Yes, the photographer a little premature on the trigger.
Not a breath of wind here. Worth waiting for.
And unusually teeing off second, next on the tee, Rory McIlroy.
Red uniforms for the caddies at Red Flag Valley, tartan uniforms here at Sun Kingdom.
Also the 7-iron.
Oh,
Just makes a lovely noise when he makes contact. Oh, yes.
Next on the tee, Lee Westwood.
Well, this is his sort of range. 1 behind, 7-iron.
Uh-oh. Oh. I might not stop.
Whoa.
Stop.
And finally, Ian Poulter.
Yes, Westwood didn't quite get up the shelf today, and now he's down at the front of the green facing another difficult putt.
Looks like the same club choice for Poulter.
Go. Down with you, Westy. Go.
I don't think you didn't anticipate quite how ever.
I lent on that one.
So far, Westwood's captured 35 titles in pro events around the world, including 21 wins on the European Tour alone. But which success gave him the most satisfaction?
I think maybe the 1997 Australian Open. I beat Greg Norman in a playoff. That was a pretty big win down there, beating Greg in his own backyard. And then I suppose maybe the Dubai World Championship a couple of years ago when I needed to win it to win the money list, and I won by 6.
Yours two's look closer than that.
Yeah, he has won some prolific tournaments. And he's not done yet. Now, this is very slow. It's going to move left to right in the first portion, then up on top. And to try and slow it down, he hasn't hit this, has he?
Go.
Green's a little bit slower here.
Not bad. A bit slower than I anticipated.
Wonderful wildlife on this golf course. No pandas, though, Phil.
You ask a lot, don't you? This, by the way, folks, is a man who was once attacked by a monkey in Brunei.
Very true. Took a shine to my ham sandwich now. This is left to right. Keeps his head so still when he puts Ian Poulter. Everything seems to have a chance. Good putt again.
Good putt. Good putt. Good touch. Touche.
All the great golf courses they're going to.
3.
All the greens do vary. But his stroke seems to be able to cope.
Here at Sun Kingdom, they've taken a lot of pride in their putting surfaces, even employed a British agronomist. Canyons here, lakes, 121 bunkers. It's a pleasure to play.
Lovely noise off the putter there from Liang. Oh, just didn't turn enough.
Good try.
Nice effort.
So should stay 2 under. McIlroy with a chance of back-to-back birdies, which is pretty rare for him. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good 4.
Thanks. Good 4.
Plus a little less. Plus a little less now.
Plus a little less. You said good 4.
I know.
Westwood did say on the tee that McIlroy might be able to birdie every hole. He was being sarcastic, though, I think.
This is a toughie for him, but he's
Well
up to the job.
Good putt. Good 3.
Thank you.
So then it's as you were at the top. Liang by 1 from Poulter and Westwood, but McIlroy continues to restore respectability to his score with those successive birdies.
Just what I needed. I need a few more, but it's nice to get a couple of birdies on the board and try and get a little closer to the boys.
12 holes played, 6 to go. Hovering around as normal at the top of the leaderboard. Any plan for the last few holes?
Make as many birdies as I can and try and catch Liang up. Really, he's 2 under par leader, and I think Westy and myself will be trying to chase him down.
Coming up next time on the Shui On Land China Golf Challenge, there's a really tight squeeze for John and Rory, plus a shark encounter in a bar. Those flip cams worked overtime.